Alright, hey everybody, today is May the 14th and we are here, me and Rabia. We're gonna do our, you can be on the pictures, it's fine. We're gonna do our project for the garden. So as you can see, this is the before. There was a lot of weed here, so in grass, we took it out. We're gonna finish this section over here. We're gonna remove many of these items here and then section it off to all the different herbs and spices and plants and fruit and flowers, tomatoes. So Rabia just finished this area here. This is basils and stuff like that here.
Basil, tomatoes, peppers.
This is our Chinese apple tree here. We got a lot of herbs on the bottom there. There's a lot of weed there that needs to be taken out. A lot of grass here. Okay, and this is our compost place where we compose a lot of the trees and shrubs and stuff like that here, vegetables. So we're going to use this as fertilizers. So you will see how the garden transform in the next week or so.
And check this out. So these three big pots.
Yeah.
This is it says right there in the front. I've taped it. So it's basil, and cilantro.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So we got 2 basil pot and a cilantro pot. Shouldn't you put the seed on the bottom or on top?
It's already in there.
Oh, okay. I see them on top. Okay. I guess they grow like that, right? Do they need to be in the bottom?
They should be covered.
Okay. And then the neighbor has a very big Chinese apple tree. We have a few small ones too that grow around here. This is a librarian. She never finished reading the book. Okay. So we're gonna transfer a lot of these aloe vera over to our aloe vera family sections, which is gonna be this area right here. So all this area is gonna be aloe vera only. And this is our Logan tree right here. It's very big. We're gonna trim it to make sure that it grows very well and has a lot of fruit. Our dragon fruit here, we need to put up the little dragon fruit stand so it can climb. And little rose here. Okay, and then in the front, today we took out a lot of the grass and the weed. So let me show you. So there was a lot of grass and weed in this area here. So we took it out and we put some ground covers in there. And then we added the icy plant, which is a very beautiful purple flowers. And it's a very strong plant. So it's gonna grow in the next few months. It's gonna blossom and it's gonna grow all this area. And then I also planted right here. This is a very smelly jasmine tree, so it's gonna climb to this area here. So that's our jasmine area here there. Okay, so that's pretty much covered the gardening projects. So in the next few weeks I'm gonna videotape our garden to let you see how the garden project during the COVID-19 isolation period. As you can see, our vines here, the flower vines, it grew really well. So it grew all the way here, almost on top of the roof. And it grew over to this side. There used to be a passion fruit vine here. So we just planted passion fruit seed. Hopefully it grows. If not, we're gonna go buy a plant. Okay. And as you can see, this thing grows very fast. It grows all the way to the roof. So we need to trim it. All right, so that completes our little preview of our little garden. So we have much work to do. So au revoir and see you soon. Hey everybody. So after about 5 hours of work, we finally got the aloe vera garden going already. So this is the first part of the garden, which is start with aloe vera. Then we go with the dragon fruit over here. So that little dragon fruit holder is gonna go up into the ground and stand up. And that is the Logan tree right there. That's a beautiful lady. I'm gonna throw those boxes away. These are aloe vera pots. So our next project is we're gonna do this area here. We're gonna also divide these even areas evenly and nicely, so the garden will be very organized. Okay, so today we did this part as well. We cleaned up all the parts over there, along with all the weeds and all the grass. And then this part here, we growed a lot of our basils and stuff like that here today. So this is gonna be the biggest mess right here. A lot of weed right here. So we're gonna clean that up. Yeah, so I think maybe another week or so, this whole garden is gonna be very, very presentable and very organized. So this is a perfect timing during the COVID-19 isolation to get your things done at home. You know, get your garage clean up all of your items, you know, the food compartments and everything. Look at all the expired stuff and, you know, throw them away. Check all your bedrooms, you know, for all the medicine that's expired or all the products, things that papers and stuff like that at your office or your work that you don't need anymore. Go ahead and shred them or throw them away. Important paper that needs to be shredded, you should get a shredder and shred those up. And then make sure you trim all the trees and things like that around your house. So, you know, it's very nice and clean and presentable. Here we are, we exercise at home because the gym is all closed for isolation, quarantine for the COVID-19 coronavirus. Okay, so today we have our lovely aloe vera. So aloe vera is a very good plant. It's a healing plant. You can use it to eat, and you can use it to heal your skin and heal your eyes and heal your muscles and things like that. So it's a healing plant. It's a very unique plant. You can use aloe vera in many, you know, type of cookings and stuff like that, even drinks. So, you know, grow them at home and get your own aloe vera. Okay, and then the dragon fruit over there is a very good fruit. It comes in white color. Well, it's red at the outside, but inside they have white, and they have red, and they have yellow. So the red and the yellow is the rare one. Okay, so the rest will be done by the end of the week. Okay, friends, so that's an update for my little garden here. Okay, this is the vine that grows. It grows through the patios, and it grows all the way up there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, everybody, so hey, have a great time at your garden and show me what you have done. So okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone. Hey, so today we're gonna do some weeding and remove the weed and the grass from the garden. So right now during the COVID-19 isolation, so there's a lot of free time, so you should definitely do your gardening, clean out your house, clean out your garage, clean out your bedroom, your bathroom, whatever you can clean out, that would be the best. So right now my project here is to do gardening and weeding here. As you can see, we have a not too big of a garden, but we do have a lot of gardening space here. I took out a lot of the weed already, and I made this area into the aloe area. So all the aloe vera is going to be here. It's a very unique plant. Aloe vera, it's a healing plant, so it's good for the internal and external consumption of it. So you can either eat the aloe vera, you can cook it in many different ways, you can drink it, you can also apply to your skin. Like I had a sunburn the other day. I forgot to use this big hat to protect me from the sun. So I had a major sunburn, as you can see here. It's very red. But I apply the aloe vera day and night, so it's like after 1 or 2 days, it's really it's healed me a lot. So usually if I don't do that, I usually, you know, the skin get peeled out, like, you know, they're like flaking out, and it's really painful. So you should do that when you garden. Make sure you have protective gear in here. I forgot to do that the other day. I thought I was going to be in the sun for like 20 minutes, and then I ended up to be like 5 or 6 hours in the sun. So anyway, so make sure you protect yourself. And then there's a few things that you should get when you garden. So first thing you need is the gloves. Gardening gloves come in different types. So this is one of my gardening gloves here. This one is a water resistant, so when you apply to water and stuff like that, you should definitely use a glove, so don't use your bare hand, okay? Because a lot of the weed are very, pretty much like almost poisonous. So it's a parasite plant. It has a lot of like gooey milk on there, so when you remove it, it blackens your hand, and you don't want that substances to go into your blood. So use these type of gloves. This is the water resistance, okay? And it protects you from animals and stuff like that, especially like spiders. We have a lot of black widow spider in here, as I've seen a lot of them. So protect yourself from that. I also have the other type of gloves, which it's very strong, like it's made out of cowhide. So it's very strong. You can pull a lot of the weeds and stuff like that, but this is very good as well. This is at Home Depot for like $5.97. So it's pretty good to go to Home Depot and get one. I'm sure Walmart and online Amazon also has it as well. Okay, and then the other thing that we need, let me show you some equipment here. So you need a little extractor here called a little shovel, pointed so it's easier for you to go underground. And then this is also the weeding, the rake. Okay, so have a handy trash collectors here, so you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So for example, weeding this area here, so you just go down on the ground, okay? Once you go down on the ground, you can easily pick it up and check out, so you can keep the soil there and throw away the weed. Usually the weed, I don't compose them. I throw them in the trash can. It's because the weed grows very fast, so they're like a parasite. So take it down. Okay, and then the leaves and stuff, you can rake it. Once you rake it, you can clean up the area here. So there's a lot of junk, see that? So you just throw that away. Once you rake the area, it's gonna be very nice and for you to grow stuff. See that? And then kind of throw away the junk, like the rocks and stuff like that you don't need, like these rocks. Okay. The stick you can keep there for planting. Okay, so keep doing that. Turn this around. Make sure you know which plant is which. Which one is weed and what is grass and what is or a little tree, because we throw a lot of seed in here. So a lot of those seed are plants. They're actually valuable plants, so you don't kill them and don't throw them away, okay? So only identify the one that's all weed you throw away. And gardening is a good exercise for you. So behind me you see a big, very big tree. This is the Logan tree. It's a very exotic fruit from Asia. Okay. You see all the weed here? That's a lot of weed, okay? So get rid of all the weed. The weed are parasites. Okay. So the tree behind me here, this is a Logan's tree right here, and it has a lot of flowers. So you need the bees. The bees are so important for agriculture and trees and plants around the world. So they pollinate and they give fruit around the world. So don't kill the bees, okay? You can kill the mosquitoes and the flies. Those really doesn't bring us much benefits. There's a lot of leaves here, so it's a good chance for you to clean up all the leaves. Make sure you use this, because this takes out the roots. if you don't take out the roots of the weed, it will grow back again with water. So see all the leaves and weed here? Now, you can hire a gardener, but a lot of the gardener, I'm sorry to say, but they're very lazy. They don't do it correctly. So if you want something done correctly, do it yourself. And you can take out the weed, you can take out the leaves. A lot of the gardeners just pull it and without, pulling the roots of it or dig it down. So it will grow back again. All right. So let me show you. Look at all the weed here. See that? So now I'm gonna go and dump it away into the trash can. So that's my little trash can area here. So make sure it goes into the trash can that's the organic only. This is for all the plants and stuff like that. So don't throw your food in here. There's trash can for every type of products that you're gonna throw away. There's trash can for food, there's trash can for recycles. So make sure you throw away all the recycled ones too. So at the trash company, they can correctly recycle those things. So it's really beneficial. So let me turn the camera and we're gonna do some more gardening. There we go. All right. So make sure you watch out for animals, okay? Like snakes and centipedes, especially spiders. Now for me, I hate to kill living things, but I'm sorry to say, but I have to kill the spider because they're very dangerous, the black widow. Those can sting and kill you, so if you don't kill them, they might kill you. There's one right there. So share with me about your gardening projects. Now, in your garden, you should have a systematic gardening system. For example, you can divide up your land into certain areas. Like for example, I have over there the aloe vera. If certain plant that you like, categorize them, in sections, so you can differentiate what it is. So don't mix everything, and then when you plant them in a synchronized order so it looks very nice and synchronized. Okay? Rabia, you coming out?
In a few minutes.
Okay. So Rabia, she's a very good friend of mine. I've known her for over 8-9 years now, and she loves to garden. I think loving nature and loving plants and animals and people, it's a very good thing. Just don't hate, I think love can overcome any hates out there. So don't be racism. Some people, they are racist, but they don't know that they are. So racism means that you don't like something of a different type. If people of different colors, racism, different sex genders, or different, sexual orientations, or different colors, or different types of skinny or fat, or whatever it is, don't discriminate them. And don't use words that are hurtful to people, because it does hurt them when you say something wrong. Like for example, I have a friend that loves to use the word ugly, so he'll call everything ugly, and that's not right, because it does really hurt people when you say something like that. Okay. You can see a lot of weeding in this area here. So just go down on it, take out the roots. down in it, take all the roots. Some of them has very deep root, like this one here. Let me show you. See that? So that's a weed. That's not a valuable plant that you should keep. I'm sure there's a many different type of weed. This is one of the most common one right here. That one can grow anywhere, even on freeway. If you go to freeway, you see a bunch of weeds and grass, because those are like parasites. They'll grow anywhere. Okay, as you can see, we cleared out this area. There's some leaves here left, and there's rocks and stuff here. So definitely you should clear that out. Okay. So look at that. So just a little bit of work. It's almost a full basket of trash. All right, so it's empty. Let's do some more weeding. Now there are corners of your garden that you never come to, so you should explore it. You find very interesting things. Like the other day, I found a scissors. That's one of my favorite scissors, and somebody put it here outside up in the wall for many years, and it got rusted and it was bad. That was one of my favorite gold cover scissors. Okay, so I smell like animal poop. I think some kind of cat or animal was here pooping in the corner. Anyways, I got a lot of the leaves and dead leaves and stuff, grass here in that corner, including the animal poop. Okay. So hey, don't be afraid to get your hand dirty or your body dirty or your feet dirty, okay? Because that's part of the gardening. And that's the fun part, so you should be ready for that. So wear something comfortable. I like to garden with my gym clothes because it's very comfortable. Hey, so if this video get you excited, go start on your garden. Okay, so get those things that you need for your garden and plant first. Look at your garden first and plan to see what you want to plant. If you want to plant vegetable, you want to plant fruit, you want to plant flowers, you want to plant vines, you want to plant passion fruit and things like that. You can also Google it and explore fruit and vegetables and chilies. Like for example, this section here, I'm going to grow a lot of chilies, and I found out there was the hottest chili in the world that rated like about 4 million degrees of hotness. It's called the Naga chilies. And I went to Amazon and I ordered those seeds. So it should be coming here in the next couple of weeks. And then I'll be planting variety of different kind of chilies. So that makes it really fun. You know, I have Thai chili, Vietnamese chilies, I have Brazilian chilies, India chilies, American chili peppers, Mexican and stuff like that. So the whole area here is going to be different variety of chilies, so it's going to be really fun. You can also grow like basils and herbs and things like that too. You can grow anything pretty much, but it's the fun part of it is growing it yourself and seeing it grow up like your own child. Okay, so that's the fun part of gardening. All right, so I'm gonna go deep into this area, get out all the weed. You see it's very fast when you scoop down. When you scoop down, you just take it out. It's very fast. Instead of pulling it, when you pull it without scooping it, you don't get the roots out, and it's going to grow back again. Make sure you shake it so the soil can stay back. Don't throw away good soil, guys. All right, so here's another tip. You know, at Home Depot and Walmart and stuff like that, they have a lot of seed. You can find all kind of seed. They're like $1.99 to $3 each, and they have so many varieties of different type of seeds that you can grow. So it makes it really fun. I wanted to share with you my friend Rabia. Hi, Rabia.
Hello.
So she's my partner in crime for the garden here. Do you have anything to share with our audience, with our friends? Regarding gardening?
Gardening. Well, do as much of the natural way of gardening as possible. Do not use Roundup, which has that glyphosate in it, which has ruined many lives around the world because it's in our water table and it's in every part of the world. So try not to use Roundup. Try to use only natural way of killing weeds or things in the garden that you don't want to have in your garden. And pray for your garden. And I use the Paul Gauchi method. He's a really good Christian up in Seattle, Sequim, Washington area. And he says that you need to cover the ground with wood chips and like these fallen leaves and branches and twigs, you know, because everything in nature has a covering. Like the fish have scales, humans have skin, and birds have feathers. So we should not leave the ground uncovered. When we leave the ground uncovered, when we do all this kind of tilling and, you know, raking off the leaves when they fall in autumn, so it's actually a natural fertilizer for the ground. So we should leave that in there instead of trying to rake it away and, you know, throwing it in the trash. So the natural way is the best way. Okay, so that's my tip.
What kind of fertilizers that you recommend them to use?
Composting, actually your own, you know, kitchen scraps and yard scraps. Like when these leaves turn brown, they fall down. That is carbon. So the kitchen scraps is nitrogen. So when you combine that, there's like a ratio they tell you. But anyways, you just like, it's God's way of recycling. You just have all of this and you have a corner in your yard and you compost. And in a matter of about, let's say 6 weeks to maybe 2 months, all these things turn into black soil. Okay, this is what my friend and I have discovered, that you actually make your own fertilizer from kitchen scraps and these yard scraps. So in nature, nothing really has to go to waste except plastic and aluminum foil, but we don't use that in the garden anyway, right? So all of these things, they go back into the earth, and from that earth, you know, gets its nutrition and all those elements that it needs for the plants to grow. So really, if you look at how nature has designed this world, we really would not have a lot of need to throw trash in the garbage. So the best fertilizer is your own backyard. Whatever you have in your kitchen and, you know, in the backyard, just combine it, let it compost, and you will see that it actually, like watermelon rinds and like pumpkins and this, all these things turn into black dirt. It's called black gold. Okay.
So
And
what
the-
thing you can't throw from your food to compost?
So what I've learned is that the experts say do not put dairy products, bread and bones and meat in there, because you will have issues with animals coming around trying to, eat up that stuff, and you don't want rodents and animals coming.
Yeah.
So what I like to compost is eggshells, and anything from like the vegetables and fruits, whether it's the skins or the leftovers or whatever. So all the fruits, veggies, and eggshells, and they compost so beautifully. All the carrot juice.
Yeah, and we have it over there, right?
Yes, over there.
We have it in that corner.
So it's black soil that comes out of it, and that is the best fertilizer.
So if they don't have compost now, what can they buy at Home Depot that would help? Should they buy like organic stuff, organic compost?
they have like, I think it's called fish emulsion, blood meal, and things like that, which is just naturally made and as organic as possible.
So what we bought is the garden Kellogg Organics, and that is 100% organic, and it's made out of compost, so it's really good. And they have a variety of things, so you got to read the label of the soil before the fertilizer before you buy it. Make sure if you're planting plants or flowers or veggies, there's certain fertilizer for certain things. So there's certain one for trees and shrub and things like that. So don't get the wrong one for your things that you're gonna grow. But the best thing, like Rabia recommend, is your own compost. Okay, so you don't waste the food and stuff like that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you,
Happy
Rabia.
gardening. Happy
gardening. Okay, so back to the garden. Okay, so here we are. We finished the section over there. This is the aloe vera garden. Next to it is the rose. There's dragon fruit right there. Those have been here a long time, so we're just gonna incorporate the new planned garden into the existing one, okay? So you can do the same, but you can also move plants and tree, but make sure you move them correctly, with the roots and everything so they don't die. The huge tree, like this big Logan tree here, I don't recommend moving. It is very difficult to move because the root is very deep, and also it would cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars to move it with a professional company. So just leave them be, and then surround them with other plants and stuff like that. Now, when you garden, be sure there's certain plants that needs a lot of sun. There's certain plant that needs shade. So make sure you know what your plant needs, and also you need to know how much water does it need. Does it need water every day? Does it need water once a week? So know your plants and know your water. So you can do that. Google has every information that you can think of. We're living on the 21st century with information that so much that you can't even learn everything. So Google everything that you plan to do beforehand, and also watch my videos, and don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, okay? All right, I just want to thank you, everybody, and have a blessing day. So I'm signing off, and thank you. Hey, well, hello. Welcome back to our gardening session of tips and hints on how to beautify your garden with Alan Ford and Rabia. So here we are today on this section right here. We just clear out this section. We're gonna plant the lemongrass, which is a very Asian exotic herb plants that you can use for cooking. So we're gonna plant it along the wall here. We're gonna move one of our plant to seed, which is the lemon tree. We're gonna put that because it needs a lot of space when it grow up. So you gotta plan that ahead of time. Make sure that the trees are big, needs to have a good space for it there. So we're gonna put the lemon tree there. That little tree right there, that's the peach tree right there. We're gonna move that next to the other peach tree that's already been up and big. That one right there. Okay, so next to each other, they're kind of like a brother and sister team. And we're gonna move the avocado on the aloe vera side right here, because that's a very big space there on the ground. So later on, the avocado will grow there very big. Okay, so that is our project. So we're gonna get started right now, everybody. Okay, so let's put on our gloves.
Put on your aloe.
Yeah. Make sure you have a good hat on so you protect yourself from the sun, and wear something very comfortable so you can do gardening. So don't be afraid to get dirty and dig it down and get dirty on the on the mud, and have fun with gardening. I think gardening should be fun. It shouldn't be a stressful thing. So you enjoy as much as you can. So especially during the COVID-19 isolation, this is a perfect time for you to do gardening in your garden. So be sure you have your equipment ready. So this is my two little babies here. This is a little small shovels and a little rake here to rake out the dirt. Okay. So here we go. So I'm gonna go in the back here. Now I'm gonna plant the lemongrass around the wall here. So there are still. Let me take the. Where's my trash collector? Okay. Here. I use this huge dustpan for the garden. So you should buy one at Home Depot. This is good for gardening because it's big. And so because you're far away, you don't see a lot of some of the small weed here, and also some of the rocks. There's a bunch of rocks here. You see that? So everybody's gardening is different. Some has rocks, some has good mud soil, and some is very grassy and very weedy. So you need to get out. You have to weed out. Even a little weed, you should take it out because eventually it will grow. So once you have the weed, shake it out, okay? So you can save your soil. Weed is something that's very annoying. It's a parasite, just like a virus in a bacteria, you know? They just grow and grow and grow. And they have no beneficial benefits to it. So I guess science will discover soon what the benefits of weed are, but right now, there's pretty much no benefits for the weed. Except it's a vegetarian, it's a plant that's good for our planet. But you can grow other plants that's more beneficial for the planet. Okay. So, now the last time this area was a mess. It has a bunch of foams, it has a bunch of bowls and item that we have, we just throw it here. It was like a bunch of trash. So we took it all out, organized it. So here is a lemongrass tree right here. It grows like a grass, but it's edible and it smells really good. So what you do is you plant them the way you like. So I'm gonna plant this along the wall here because we're gonna have a lemon tree here. So lemon with lemongrass. That makes sense, right? Okay. So let's get started. So I want to go from lemongrass, maybe just this area here. So this is where the lemon tree is going to go. Right here. Okay. So you dig a hole a little bit, maybe about 3 or 4 inch, and then put the lemongrass in, put the dirt in. Now, once you put the regular dirt, soil in, later on you're going to put the compost over it. So it give it that nutrient. So it can thrive. Okay, so that's one. Let's do the next one here. Now the lemon grass tree tends to multiply, so it does spread its seeds, its roots, and the baby tree will form next to it. Okay, there's some over here that I took out. You see this one here? This is almost dead, but we're gonna revive it, okay? So, it looks pretty old and dead, right? Let me show you closer. Okay, look at this. Okay, so this is a lemongrass tree, so this is not regular grass, okay? So I'm gonna grow it and make it alive again. A lot of rocks. Okay, once you secure it on the ground, we're gonna put the compost over it so it gives that nutrients so it can live. There's some more lemongrass tree over here. Rabia, have you ever used lemongrass to cook?
No.
You should. It
Yeah,
smells
I'm not
really
that
good.
familiar with that plant.
Yeah. In Asia, like Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, they plant a lot of these.
Okay.
Yeah. These are lemongrass. It smells really good. It smells very lemony. There we go. Got a wall. So once it grow up, it's flourish. It's really look really nice. Now, this is not lemongrass, guys. This is a grass, and it needs to be taken out. So what we do is we take back the soil. It doesn't deserve the soil. It deserves to be in the trash can. Okay, so this is regular grass right here. Okay, that's not a lemongrass tree, so you gotta throw that away. Are you gonna weed those? There's a lot of wheat there in that area.
Behind this peach tree?
Yeah. Tons of them.
Where's the cultivator?
Here's the cultivator. There's another one over there. You can use that one too.
Not this one, but
Here, let's exchange. You take this one and give me the
no,
one.
I'm talking about the cultivator, the one.
Oh, the rake? Yeah, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Now this lemongrass here has very deep roots, so I'm gonna dig the hole deeper than is normal. So about 4-inch, 5-inch. Yeah, let it stand firm. Whew. This is good exercise. You should do that every day. There should be some more lemongrass. Yeah, there is. Now some of these are very good soil, so I'm just gonna compost them over here under the lemongrass tree. That feels good. This is a good morning exercise, Rabia. Hey, these are sweet potato here. So we're gonna plant them on the other side. Under the Logan tree. There's a lot of them here, Rabia.
Yeah, they grow like that under the ground. Vegetables.
Look at the big one. Sweet potatoes. So there's a lot of junk and grass and leaves. Just throw those away. You can also compost those as well.
Because it's like cancer.
That's true.
So please.
But you can forgive.
Yes, I
just-
can forgive, but I don't
yeah.
have to interact with that person.
Yeah. Okay, so we continue with our garden project. So we're gonna plant the little lemon tree right in that spot. Okay, so as you know, we ate lemon a lot. So lemon is a great tree. It's a great fruit tree. So we got the seed and we grow it. Look at how little it is, how cute it is here. So we're gonna plant this over in that section to give it plenty of room, because when it grows, it's gonna be very big. How long does it take to grow this?
The lemon tree?
Yeah.
I think it's been growing since last year.
This is 1 year old?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because it never got any kind of love.
Oh, okay.
No TLC.
So make sure you kiss it. Okay. Make sure you love it, because if you don't love it, it doesn't grow, okay? So love grows. That's terrible, Rabia.
Yes, exactly.
For 1 year,
Yes.
it's been abused.
It's been neglected.
Yes. So don't neglect your loved one. Okay, so we're gonna plant the lemon tree behind the lemon grass, in front of the lemongrass. So right here in the middle.
Let me see. Okay. How about a little bit more over here so it can give more, space?
No, it has this space. It has this space.
It's hardly 5 feet.
No, it's good. You might plant other trees. Okay. Right there. Well, hopefully it's gonna grow in the next year. Okay, little one, you're gonna be able to grow. So don't be afraid to grow. Be flourish, be beautiful, and be natural. And that's how things should be. Right there. Wow, look at the peach tree, it's almost dead. And we took it out just a half an hour.
It needs water.
Hey, you threw away the thing again.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, I must have thrown it away. Now it's my turn to throw things away. Okay, so we cleared this area, guys. We have the small peach tree, we have the lemon tree there. So now we're gonna grow the avocado tree over that side, okay? So let me move the camera. Okay, so here we are. So this is our little beautiful aloe garden here. So I'm gonna place the avocado tree right there. So I hope it doesn't get overpowered by the aloe vera, because the aloe vera is right now is very big.
This is avocado in here. Just plant the whole thing down.
No, that's a big avocado one. Is that a mango or avocado?
No, that's the mango one. This
Okay.
is avocado. I just planted it about a week and a half ago.
Okay, wait until it grows first. let's plant the mango there then. Because the mango has already become a tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the mango tree. Yeah, I love the mango tree.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So the avocado tree right now is still a seed, so we can't grow it yet. So I wanted to show you the mango tree that we had the seed and we grow it here. This is just a weed that grows inside of it. So we're gonna remove that and just grow the mango tree only in that spot, okay? Can I have the extractor? Okay. So, right there? In the middle there?
Yeah.
This is a nice soft space. There's a spoon here.
It's a marker.
Okay, we take it up.
Maybe you can face the camera.
Yeah. Okay. Ah!
Whoa.
Hi guys. Okay, so we dig a hole. So now we're gonna put the mango tree in. I should dig it a little bit deeper. There's a lot of roots down here.
Let's put some fertilizer in before we put the mango tree.
But this fertilizer already in here.
Are any of these open yet?
No. Okay, so they're kind of stuck inside the pot, so just hit it a little bit and shake it out. Okay, so we got it out, okay? So
All right.
we
let
gotta
me
take
have
out the weed. Look at guys, I gotta show you a lot of weed that grows in here. Look at that. Okay, a lot of weed. So you gotta take out the weed because these are parasites. See that? That's weed. Okay, so we have our independent, weed-free mango tree. Okay, there we go. How cute is that? So that's gonna go flying over.
Here.
There we go.
Have it, put the fertilizer.
Then we're gonna fertilize it with a lot of nutrients. Okay, Bingo, you are going to thrive. And you are going to live a happy life. Okay. All right, everybody. So that's today's work in gardening. So next time we'll visit other area of the garden and see what else we can plant on there. Okay. All right. So you have a wonderful time planting your garden by yourself or with your loved one or your friends, and just enjoy. All right. Take care. Bye bye.